We're going to be looking at lesson 4.5, multiplication patterns with even and odd numbers. So make sure you're on page 193. You can pause the video if you need to get your book ready. So let's look at our I can statements. I can find and explain patterns for even and odd numbers. I can also reason about math. So our word problems today. Prizes for a school fair are packaged with 2 prizes in each package. Which of the prizes listed below can be packaged with none left over? So we want to think about even and odd numbers. Even numbers will always be able to split into 2 equal groups. Odd numbers, we won't. There will be leftovers. So remember, even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and so on. So for our chart, we can write Y for yes, N for no underneath each. So cars, there's 6 prizes. I know 6 can be divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so that would give even groups, so we can write yes. Hats, 15. We know 14 and 16 are even numbers, but 15 is not, so it would be a no. 23, I see it ends in a 3, so I know that's an odd number, so we would not be able to split it up into 2 equal groups. Boats is an even number, 18, so that one we could split up into even groups. And 36 is also even, so we could split that up into 2 even groups. Let's turn our page. Nita says that the product of an even number and an odd number is always even. Is she correct? So let's review. Even numbers are whole numbers that can be divided by 2 with none left over. Odd numbers are whole numbers that cannot be divided by 2 with none left over. So even numbers have 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in the ones place. Let's look at B. Even numbers greater than 0 can be shown as 2 equal groups. Think about 2 times 3 and 2 times 5. We know 2 is an even number. 2 times 3 means 2 equal groups of 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. That would give us an even number of 6. 2 times 5 means 2 equal groups of 5. 2 times 5 would be 10, which would also give us an even number. So there are always 2 equal groups. So the product of 2 times any number is even. We can generalize. All even numbers are multiples of 2. Think about 4 times 3. We can think about 4 as 2 groups of 2. We can use properties to write it as 4 times 3 is the same as 2 times 2 times 3, or 2 groups of 2 times 3. So we know 4 times 3 is the same as 2 times 6. So there are 2 equal groups of 6, so the product will be even. Does multiplying by 8 always result in an even product? Let's think about this one. If we have 8 times 1, we know that's 8. 8 is an even number. 8 times 2, 16, that's even. 8 times 3, 24, that's even. And we could keep going through all our 8's facts. And we know that 8 times any number will always give us that even product. Let's turn the page. An odd number cannot be divided by 2 with none left over. So think about 3 times 5. 3 we cannot divide by 2 with none left over. 5 we cannot divide by 2 with none left over. So 3 times 5 gives us 15, which is odd. When both factors are odd, both numbers we're multiplying, odd numbers cannot be divided into 2 equal groups with none left over. So when we are multiplying, one of our rules is an odd number times an odd number will always give us an odd product. So odd times odd equals odd. Let's look at number 1. If you multiply 2 even numbers, will the product be even or odd? So let's think of an even number, let's say 4, and another even number, let's say 2. I know 4 times 2 is 8. So when we multiply an even number times an even number, we will always get an even product. So as a reminder, odd times odd equals odd, even times even equals even. So let's look at this example. 4 times 6. Can 4 be divided by 2? I know 4 divided by 2 is 2, so that can work. We can write yes. 6 divided by 2 gives us 3, so that would also be yes. So 4 times 6, if I have even times even, I know my product will be even. 4 times 6 is 24, which does give us an even. In 3 through 5, we want to circle the factors that can be divided by 2, then write even or odd to describe the product and solve the equation. So 9 is odd, I won't circle it. 5 is also odd. So remember, an odd times an odd will give us an odd product. So 9 times 5 is 45, which is odd. 8 times 7 8 is even, 7 is not. So if I'm doing an even times an odd, my answer will be even. Will be even. Because I know 8 times 7 is 56, which is even. 4 times 8, both of these are even, so I know my answer will be even. 4 times 8 is 32, which is even. So an odd times an odd will give us an odd. Even times even will give us an odd. And anything times even will also give us an even. Let's look at the back. We need to use this table to the right to solve. So let's look at number 6. How many miles did Joseph bike in 6 days? So I look at the chart. I see Joseph biked 3 miles per day. So I'm thinking about 6 times 3. I know 6 is even. 3 is odd, so my answer will be even. 6 times 3 is 18, so he biked 18 miles. How many miles did Caitlin bike in 8 days? We're doing 8 times. Now we're looking over at our chart. Caitlin has 6 per day. Even times even will give us an even product. 8 times 6 is 48. How many miles did Maria and Riaz bike in 3 days? So Maria and Riaz. So Maria, we do 3 times, and then look at our chart. Maria has 4. Would give us 12. Riaz for 3 days would be 5. Would give us 15. So we would want to add 12 plus 15. Pause the video to do that. So 12 plus 15 would be 27. It would give us an odd. Number 9, Ryan says that the following patterns are true. Even times odd equals even, and odd times even equals odd. He is incorrect. He is incorrect because when we are multiplying by even here, this product should be even. Remember, we only get an odd product if it's an odd times an odd. Number 10, draw a shape with an odd number of sides. So I think 1, I don't know a shape with 1. 3, oh, I know a triangle. 4 would be even. 5 would be odd, so I could also do a pentagon. Number 11, the bakery has 84 muffins. Miss Craig buys 5 packs of 6 muffins. Did Miss Craig purchase an even number of muffins or an odd number of muffins? Is the number of muffins left over even or odd? Explain. So Miss Craig buys 5 packs with 6 muffins. So I have an odd times an even. So that will give me an even number, which would be 30. And then it says, is the number of muffins left over even or odd? So she started with 84. So I want you to do 84 minus 30. Oops, so we'll move it down here. So we want to find 84 minus 30. Pause the video to solve. So our leftovers are 54 muffins, which should be even. Look at the bottom. Number 12, we want to choose all the equations with even products. 7 times 9 is odd times odd, so that would not give us an even product. 9 times 2 is odd times even. It would be even. The next one, 5 times 3 is odd times odd, so that would not work. 1 times 6 is odd times even, so it would give us even. 7 times 5 is odd times odd. Now 13, choose all the products that do not have even products. So in other words, we're looking for the odd products. 5 times 1 is odd times odd, so it would give us 5, which is odd. 2 times 7 is an even times odd, so that would not give us an odd. 3 times 9 is odd times odd, which would be 27, which is odd. 8 times 8, even times even, wouldn't give us odd. 6 times 4 is even times even, would not give us odd. Your job for today will be to complete pages 197 and 198. And then you can send me a picture. Have a great rest of your day.